So typically, what do they use the Workbooks platform for?
So for most of our clients, they're really running their business on Workbooks. So that's managing audiences, managing their marketing to attract new advertisers into the business, sales, making sure sales guys are tracking their activities and they're producing orders, then through into production, managing getting the work delivered for clients, and lastly, many customers are using Workbooks for their finance processes. So really the core, what we're helping our clients do is three things. We're helping them grow their business by generating more revenue. We're helping them streamline their business process so things run a bit more efficiently. And I guess lastly, we're providing some management insights and KPIs so they can see how well the business is performing.
Okay, so with my sales director's hat on, I'm sat there thinking sales revenue growth. So talk to me about how the Workbooks platform helps our customers with revenue growth.
Yeah, so if you're a sales director at a media and publishing firm, then one of the things we can do pretty much off the bat is help you generate more leads. So the marketing tools we provide will allow your marketing teams to target audiences, target advertisers, and bring more lead flow into sales, which is clearly a win. And then they're using their tools to manage their pipeline, create quotes, for example. We can make it very simple to create a quote for a customer. We can then convert that quote into an order and allow them to track all that kind of activity through their business process. The other things we can do is we can make it very simple to get those orders signed. So we've got integrations with electronic signatures so you can get deals closed more quickly.
Sure.
And really, Workbooks is pretty simple to use. So you might often have quite a high turnover of salespeople in advertising companies. And because Workbooks is simple, it's quick to learn, we integrate it with Outlook and Office 365. So you can use Workbooks very simply to drive your sales processes.
Okay, so to summarise that, it's helping the client with time to revenue.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the key components of what we do at Workbooks.
What makes it specific to media and publishing?
Yeah, that's right. There are some complexities in media and publishing. So most of our customers will have multiple brands, and therefore they've got to manage the complexity of things like inventory for each of those brands, also understanding how much has been sold for each edition of the magazine or digital run, or even which brand. So the brand issue creates a bit more complexity.
So you talked about supporting different brands. Is there any particular workflow that Workbooks brings to the table to help support that?
Yeah, there is. So what we find is our customers tend to work in one of two ways. Either they're brand siloed, so they want to track all the activities by brand, and sales guys can only sell for a particular brand. And that involves sales, order processing and invoicing. Or they want to work multi-brand, so they want the sales team to be able to sell across all of the brands. We see more customers going that way, if I'm honest, because they're looking to drive more revenue, and
Sure.
cross-brand selling is a way of doing that. But Workbooks can work in either way, to the extreme point of we can even process orders for a particular brand and synchronize those into a different accounting system. So we've got one customer, for example, that integrates one of the magazine brands into Xero and another brand into Sage, because that's the way their business grew through acquisition, and we
Sure.
support all that inside our platform.
Excellent. So one of my first big questions, how does Workbooks help support and align sales and marketing teams?
Yeah, good question. So I guess aligning sales and marketing is a challenge for many of our clients, not just media and publishing firms. But at the core of that is having a single platform. So everybody's using one set of data, not different spreadsheets or different CRM platforms and different marketing automation tools. So having one set of data on one platform gives you a common set of metrics. So you can measure how many leads are marketing generating,
Sure.
making sure they're accountable for their lead flow. Are those leads flowing into the sales process? Are they being correctly followed up? Marketing can easily see our sales guys on top of their leads, and if not, why not? So the value of having a single platform in a business is really very high, particularly in mid-sized companies where they perhaps don't have the capabilities to integrate lots of different systems together. Having all that in a single view and a single version of the truth really brings sales and marketing together as a much more effective unit.
So the big question is, why do customers like APL Media, Scottish Television, and our other media and publishing customers choose Workbooks over the likes of Salesforce, Dynamics, and HubSpot?
Good question. I guess there are three main reasons. So the first one is just our platform. We have all this functionality that is well suited to the media and publishing sector. So that means it's quicker and easier to deploy our platform. Second answer is really around price, and we are typically 50% less expensive than the major players, and I think we're not shy of the fact that we're just a more cost-effective solution for our clients. But I think if you ask them, they would all tell you the big difference has been the way that we've engaged with them on their journey. So in every case, those organisations had some other kind of system in place already that hadn't really worked well for them. So the journey they took with Workbooks was very different. We provide not only the technology, but we provide all of the services that go around that to make sure that they've been successful with their implementations. And that's what we call shared success. It's our program of engagement, and we're different to everybody else because if you go and buy CRM from Salesforce or Microsoft or HubSpot or any of the big brands, they won't do the implementation work. They'll introduce a third party's agenda is different, they make their money from consultancy, whereas with us, we're a single partner for providing both the technology and the services, and ultimately that delivers a better outcome for our clients.
So earlier you talked about audience management. So what exactly is that, and how do we help our customers with that?
So I guess for lots of media and publishing clients, building an audience is key to their success. And there are three things we typically help them with. Firstly, one is growing their audience. So they're using our marketing tools to attract new people into their publications. Secondly, manage subscriptions, whether it's free or paid subscriptions. They're using Workbooks for that part of the process. And more recently, they're using it to understand the digital engagement of their customer and their audience to see what they're really reading.
Okay, so you're helping them with the digital footprint of the customer.
Yeah, that's been a new thing for a lot of our clients. I guess in the old world, you had a print magazine, you sent the magazine out, you didn't really know which articles or adverts were engaging for the audience that was reading the magazine. But with the digital world, we can actually see, they're coming back to the website, we can see what they're clicking on, we can see what they're engaging with, and that's much more powerful. What that allows media firms to do is begin to create micro segments of their audience. Different people are interested in different bits of content. And that's very powerful then when they're looking to sell advertising content, because they can go to their advertisers and say, look, we can target a very specific subsection of this audience for you to advertise and market to.
So how does Workbooks actually help you build an audience, and how does it actually work?
So if you think about building an audience, you're trying to attract more people into your network. And we have a set of tools that help you do that. So things like email marketing, social media, these are ways you can reach out to people and bring them back in. But really what's key about what we do is we allow you to track what works and what doesn't. So you can see which content is engaging for creating a new audience. You can see which channels are working. Is it email? Is it social? Is it paid advertising, for example? And the key to this is understanding what works for you so you can do more of what works and less of what doesn't.
So that sounds great, John. So how does Workbooks actually help you build an audience?
So at the core, we have a set of tools like email marketing tools, social media tools that allow you to outreach to people and try and bring them into your audience and your networks. So what's key to Workbooks really is the ability to run those tools and analyse what works. So you can see that this type of email or this type of content engages people, this type of content doesn't. And one of our core capabilities is tracking all those results. And once you've got the results, you can see what works and what doesn't, and you can focus on the things that allow you to build your audience much more effectively.
So you talked about tracking what content is engaging. So tell me how that actually works.
Yeah, good question. Well, you think about the old model, you used to produce a magazine and you send it out to your subscribers. You didn't really know what content they looked at or which adverts they engaged with.
Sure.
But as we've gone online, we can actually track which things people are clicking on, which bits of content they read, how long they spend on the page, for example. And that's been a really big shift in the last few years. So the Workbooks analytics connected into the CRM platform can tell you specifically that that person read that bit of content, what their job role is, who they actually work for. And that's powerful data. And what that allows our clients to do is go to their advertisers and build very specific targeted campaigns focused on specific types of people. So one of our clients, for example, sells into the automotive space. What that means is now they can actually see that a purchasing manager in a car manufacturer is engaged with a bit of content, and therefore they can go to their advertisers and go, look, we can reach these people with this type of content, which you can then sponsor. And that's really powerful for them. And it's the sort of thing they couldn't do 5 or 6 years ago.
So talk to me about how you actually ended up winning media and publishing clients.
Yeah, it was kind of by accident. So we engaged with a prospect that was very much in the media and publishing space, who were focused really on traditional CRM. So they wanted the ability to track pipeline, the ability to track their marketing activities, and just kind of do the basics. But when we got on site with them and went through our workshop process with them, we could really see actually there's lots of other areas of their business process we could help them solve. It became apparent quite quickly that we could help them join up sales with order processing. So that was then a much more streamlined business process. And then we realised we could go from order processing into the production workflows. And Workbooks has got great tools for managing stuff that needs to get done. So then we realised actually this workflow of marketing to sales to order processing to production is the same workflow that all media and publishing firms use. So once we realised that, we were able to adapt the product a bit more and then focus on that segment of the market.
So we've pretty much given them a full end-to-end solution?
Yeah, it's exactly that. So I mean, our clients are literally running their business on Workbooks. It tracks every major KPI in their organisation. It's the tool that everybody uses every day, and it's how they get business done.
No one's ever seen